I wanted to talk about something that you really need to get serious about if you want the kind of health or even the kind of life that feels like it's slipping through your fingers. So, one of the most important things when you are creating your foundation to good health is you need to mentally prepare for your endeavor, whatever it is. So, for example, let's say that you, as a child growing up, you kind of knew you were going to go to college, or at least that was a plan, and you kept mentally preparing for it, right? By doing certain things in school, realizing maybe there are certain areas you need to bone up on, or certain areas you needed assistance in, but you started mentally preparing for this next step. And so whether or not you ended up deciding that you wanted to go to college, you were mentally preparing, like, is this make sense? Is this what I want to do? But a lot of times what we fail to do in life is mentally prepare enough for whatever. What we do instead is we make it about all the things that we can't do and all the difficulties and how hard it is and will I be able to sustain it, and it seems like too much work, and then that spirals out of control. So what I want you to understand is that when I'm inviting you to anything that I am offering, it is always a long-term situation, because I've seen more often than not people feeling like they cannot sustain their progress. They can do something short term, but they have never mentally prepared enough to decide, like, this is always going to be working for me. Even when it's tough, even when it's not working exactly the way I liked it, they haven't always allowed themselves to be like, this is something I'm going to be staying committed to for my entire life. And that's where the magic lies. That's why when I'm inviting you to something like Worthy, which is a 12-month journey, we're spending a lot of time on making sure that you learn how to mentally prepare to create a life that you want, to create the healing that you want, to be able to accept all the good that comes your way. Because if you are not mentally prepared for it, you are just going to fall into the same routines, the same behaviors, the same bad habits, the same negative thinking, whatever it is that's possibly keeping you from living the life that you want. So what I'm going to impress upon you is mentally prepare. Doesn't matter what you're doing, mentally prepare. You've got, women, if they're going to give birth, usually have 9 months to prepare for the fact that they're going to have a baby. It's still crazy. You end up having a baby when you've never had one before, right? There's a lot that goes into it, but you mentally prepare. You start visualizing what it's going to be like. What's the experience going to be like? What am I going to be like? How am I going to get the support I need, right? And if you don't do those things, there's more of a struggle. Right? That's why there's all these birth classes and things like that. So just as an example, you might not be doing anything around birth. You don't have to have babies. But I just want you to understand, we need to take that time. Without that time to mentally prepare, you are allowing certain things to throw you off course. When, if you've mentally prepared, it won't shake you, right? You're preparing for the good times. You're preparing for the bad times. And you find through all of that stability, even when you're feeling at odds. So I want to invite you to chat with me or send me a message if you are interested in learning about Worthy, this 12-month life-changing journey that won't just help you feel better in your body, physically, mentally, and emotionally, but you're going to start to learn about who you are at your core and start to really enjoy this human, your unique talents, your innate gifts, and you're going to just own your worth. And as you do that, you start to relax. You start to feel better about who you are, about what you're doing, and you start to feel a little bit riskier, braver, because you know that whatever you want to do, you're capable. So reach out.